Hey everyone, this is my video lab report for Lab 3, Black Hole. In this lab, the fundamental principle that we will need to use is Newton's second law. We will have to analyze a star orbiting around a black hole in order to calculate the mass of the black hole. In order to accomplish this, we will need to understand the equation that finds the force of gravity, as well as what the change in momentum means. We will also need to understand the different components of a vector and how they can be separated into different magnitudes and directions. In this case, the net force will be the gravitational force between the star and the black hole, and this net force will be constantly changing as the vector distance between the two objects changes throughout the orbit. I had to make many adjustments to the original GlowScript code in order to create my own unique orbit around the black hole. I wrote code to calculate momentum, velocity, net force, and the perpendicular and parallel components of net force, as you can see here. In order to find the parallel component of net force, I first found the direction of the momentum and then the magnitude of the change in momentum over time, and then multiplied these values together. In order to find the perpendicular component of Fnet, I simply subtracted the parallel component that I just found from the original total force. I also added calculations for the code to find the mass of the black hole using the equation for gravitational force, as you can see at the bottom of the page. Now I'm going to show the final product of my code. As you can see here, there is an orange arrow pointing in the direction of the net force, a magenta arrow pointing to the parallel component of net force, and a blue arrow pointing to the perpendicular component. I was able to calculate the mass of the black hole from the code and found that it was about 1.5 times 10 to the 5th kilograms. It is important to remember that net force and its parallel and perpendicular components are different from the rate of change in momentum and its components. Net force is calculated based on interactions between the star and the black hole, while the rate of change of momentum is visualized from the perspective of the star, including its mass and velocity over time. If the black hole were replaced by a different black hole with a different mass, you would be able to calculate this new mass based on the trajectory of the star alone. This is because we calculate the mass of the black hole using the net force acting between the two objects, which relies directly on the mass of both objects in the system. Thank you so much for watching my video lab report.